This is an update of Jenny's garden. It's been a month since I've been here, since we planted most things. Starting with cucumbers, you can see they're doing really well. Climbing, strong, very strong growth. Lots of climbers, lots of blooms. Doing really well. Same thing on the other side. You can see wonderfully, and the ones that were planted later are also took off and also doing really well. These are the peppers. They all have blooms. Now the tomato is doing fantastic. Look at those strong stalks. It's at least 2.5, 3 feet, 3 feet now. So here's the overall bed. Everything requires trellising now. So these are the tomatoes that used to be teeny tiny saplings, the little seedlings that I brought over. Now they're not so little. So they have blooms on them. So these are all cherry tomatoes on the outside and strong beefy type on the inside. Some already formed. That's an interesting variety she has. I don't know what it is, but it's nice and long. I'll have to ask what variety this is. But you can see lots of tomatoes already formed and still lots of blooming. The beans are doing great. They're all setting out little blooms, and so does the peas. Now here we have a really big tomato, also growing really well. Another cherry tomato. The smaller tomatoes already formed. Looks like something ate her eggplant. That's unfortunate. We'll have to fight these bugs. So that's unfortunate. We're gonna have to figure out how to get rid of them. And same thing with the pepper. So some maintenance is required. We need to figure out how to get rid of all of this. Now transitioning in here, we have beautiful, absolutely stunning tomatoes. Look at that growth. Have some strawberries on the bottom going to bloom. Have peppers all going into bloom. All of the tomatoes are doing fantastic. Again, some of these are cherry tomatoes. Here is a very nice hot pepper. Nice bushy. Same thing here. These are hot peppers, so they're gonna have lots of production. This cherry tomato has gone into nice production. Gorgeous. I love these beautiful cherries. Perfectly formed. So, and lots more forming. So it's just gonna have lots and lots of cherry tomatoes. Now transitioning here, these were the potatoes I planted. So you got a bed of potatoes, and I think they're trying to run away. They're about 3 feet high now. The peppers are hiding somewhere inside, doing quite well. But potatoes are really surprising. They really took off. And it looks like bugs also got to them as well. She has more peppers that formed here. More tomatoes. Also lovely. And more peppers on that side. Looks like one of them is doing quite well and already formed pepper. Yep, we have a young pepper. So they are doing very well. And again, an eggplant and the forest of potatoes. Hopefully that means she's gonna have lots of potatoes. Transitioning on this side. Her sorrel is pretty much out of control. It's huge. But then so are these tomatoes. They're lovely. Very strong and got into bloom. So absolutely gorgeous. Some sorrel has gone into bloom, so she's gonna have sorrel seeds. Another beautiful tomato already formed. Lovely. Looks like strawberries are producing. You can see them over there. And another beautiful tomato here. I noticed she's not cutting any suckers out. Well, that's her choice. She wants to have bushy plants. She has garlic growing very nicely. More strawberries. Some are ripe or ripening. She has to fight for it with animals. Now transitioning into this one. On this side, these are the late seeded radishes. Doing really well. Beautiful radishes. Excellent growth and excellent radishes themselves. And of course some tomatoes on the back. And more radishes. Absolutely fantastic. Another row of radishes. There are some beets there. These are the beets. So once radishes are done, those beets are going to be growing. Looks like some chives. And some carrots. Carrots are doing really well. I'm on corn. So corn is doing great. Strong stalks. And the carrots are doing fantastic. And more tomatoes. Strong growth here. Now on this side, I think it's a forest at this point. We've got a ton of lettuces. Oh my gosh, so much lettuce here. Nice broccoli. Lots of beans. Once the lettuces are gone, she's gonna have an entire bed full of beans and a few green peas here, but mostly lots of beans. There is some cabbage on this side, hiding, doing really well, beginning to form the heads. Lovely growth. Absolutely gorgeous. Looks like some of the beans are beginning to bloom. So, and of course, beautiful cabbage again. Yep, there is a lonely tomato hiding underneath here, doing really, really well. More green peas. And my lonely watermelon. Surprisingly surviving with very little room for its roots, but it's doing actually quite well. Much better than the ones I have at home. So we're now transitioning outside. The grapes are not doing too well. Something really ate them. It's unfortunate. The roses are in full bloom all over Arbor, which is absolutely gorgeous. Let me switch to this side so you can see them better. Lots of roses. She has lots of blackberries. And then transitioning to this side, there's a few irises still left with absolutely stunning colors. Gorgeous. Beautiful roses. And in the background, clematis. I'm gonna come back and show you some of these colors. Absolutely stunning. So unfortunately most of the peonies are gone. There are still a few red ones, but just remnants of them. And there are a couple of pink ones still remaining. Look at this beauty. Is that gorgeous or what? Stunning. And aroma is unbelievable. Here is another beauty. But unfortunately most of them are almost done. The season for them is over. In the meantime, the blackberries continue to bloom, and she's gonna have lots and lots and lots of blackberries. Now I'm at the front of the house. She has a couple of trees here growing, and that's the figs that recovered after winter. They seem to be doing mostly okay, but something is eating them as well. So seriously, some serious infestation of bugs here. Need to figure out how to fight it. And a few surviving seedlings of tomatoes that desperately need to be planted. A few herbs here. And another, looks like broccoli. And some fava beans here. Transitioning into this side is one of my absolute favorites, and I did not know she had it until this year. She has some absolutely fantastic jasmine. Oh my gosh, I wish I could I wish I could really describe the aroma. It is something spectacular. Gorgeous flowers and absolutely stunning. Some more herbs in here. Some more flowers. So rhododendron is still blooming, although it's almost done. Looks like white azalea is kicking in, or almost. This is rhododendron, I think. I can never remember which one is which. Either way, they're gorgeous. The garden is over there, so now we're gonna go toward the side of the house. The pawpaw is recovering quite well. It's in full growth. Unfortunately, all the flowers dropped, so she's not gonna have any fresh pawpaw this year. The goji berry is doing fantastic. Here are the cherry trees. Unfortunately, they were stripped completely. Every single cherry is gone. The birds got them all, which is really sad. I was hoping to at least try some this year. Every year I seem to miss them. And she's got some more grape vines are growing, but again, something is eating them really badly. We really need to spray and figure out this infestation. She's got her lilies there, lots of raspberries, some currants, still have fruit on them. And again, more lettuces and salads, and looks like more cabbage. Same thing here, maybe some cauliflower. Okay, now we're transitioning under the maple, which seems to be getting bigger every year. So let's go around the waterfall this way. There are some beautiful, looks like sweet William. Lovely color and amazing aroma. Red maple survived, even though it's split in the middle. It's still there, lots of catmint. Mint is one of these incredibly invasive species. It just grows. The tree that Rochelle gave is still nice. And there are Jenny and Peter eating crab. The flowers are almost done. These are the leftover peonies, almost done again. So these are the tiny pears that had to be protected because the deer keep eating them. But at least hopefully this way we can try some of the pears. You left one unprotected here. So she has a few apple trees and nectarine over there that also we will try and tie them up. Hopefully we can try some apples. It's beautiful, beautiful peony. Look at this. Stunning. And some beautiful clematis. Love it. So this is an arbor. We're transitioning along outside. More blackberries here. She's gonna have a ton of blackberries here. This peach tree is not doing well, but this apple is okay, surviving. And another apple tree. And some more flowers here on the side. There's one apple that they intended to save. Two of them actually. And again, more blackberries. So here I planted a bunch of mushrooms. I don't know if they're gonna take off, but it looks like somebody has been digging here. So I'm still hoping that they will come up in a few months. It takes a while for the mycelium to grow up. But it's a beautiful oak right outside. So the remnants of peonies here. Stunning color. There we go. Transitioning outside here and up to the koi pond. The fishes. Hungry as usual. Always waiting for food. I can zoom in a little bit. Another tomato here. She has these pots with plants all over the place, including a couple of cucumbers. More mint all around, and some irises. You just see this beautiful color. Absolutely gorgeous, stunning color. And some more clematis. This particular clematis is a slightly different color, but look at that. So back there is a typical one, and this one is slightly different. It's one of my favorites. And a few leftover peaches on the peach tree. It's really not doing well. Now, if you remember, I had 2 pots with grape vines. My grape vine definitely took off. Look at all these runners. That beautiful or what? And another apple finishing blooming. And figs. These are in much better shape than the ones on the other side of the house. We sprayed these from the arachnids, from the spider mites, and they are doing much better. But I'm in shock at my grapevine. Look how much it's climbing. It just took off. She has fava beans. It's an actual bean. And some more fava beans on this side. The blueberry plant. And another columnar apple with a lemon Another one of my grape vines that really took off and climbing up the apple. Those French radishes are way overgrown. They're probably woody by now. And another fig. And inside is what's left of my blueberry plant. Something ate it when it was outside, so we had to protect it. Before we go to the other patio, I want to show you this tree. This is persimmon. It's loaded with flowers that are forming, and hopefully will be loaded with persimmons. Unfortunately, these persimmons are very astringent, but frozen or dried up, they're still pretty good. So we're going to transition to this patio past these beautiful roses and hosta, which is up to my waist now, and we're gonna go up there. So I'm now on the second patio that's outside of the addition, the guest house where I sleep. She has a beautiful passion fruit growing and has lots of healthy leaves, so it's doing quite well. But also, this is where I planted my watermelon, and it's doing really, really well. Much better than any of my watermelons at home. Mine are a fraction of this size. So this watermelon is doing great. There are 3 plants here, and they're all doing really well. And one lonely tomato here. I also have here one lonely pepper. This is the ghost pepper, so it's hot. This used to be lily, I think. Something else is waking up. My pineapple is recovering. It was in really poor shape, but it keeps getting attacked by the raccoon for some reason. And she has beautiful dragon fruit growing. You can see. And she has several plants here.